We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a special event, the 2024 Major League Baseball Home Run Derby. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher. And yes, even though it's been only 24 hours since the beginning of this break I'm supposed to be on, I just can't help it. I figured I'd do a little hangout with a few people that might find it. Consider yourselves lucky. It's a little bonus coverage. We're going to check out the Home Run Derby tonight. And has it already started? I guess I should ask. As we get underway here. Are they starting on a hard 8 o'clock? Because it's already a couple of minutes past. Let's see what we got going on here. Go Gunnar. Don't tell me he's already up at the plate, please. I'll have a heart attack. Looks like they're looking at Jose Ramirez here. But before that, folks, let's relive a fond memory, shall we? The 0-2 pitch is swung on and hit towards short. Volpe drops the ball. Volpe drops the ball. Wait, is he out anyway? He is safe. He is safe. A run has scored. Volpe drops the ball. Everybody is safe. Mountcastle reaches. Bases are still loaded. It was a routine grounder to the usually slick fielding Anthony Volpe. The ball was there, and it just fell out of his glove. The Orioles still need that run at third. And Mullins is at the plate. He takes a called strike. Said, please, said. 5-4. 2 down in the bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. A hit could win the game. The 0-1. Lifted into left. Going back, and it's over the head, and it's down, and they're going to come and score. Cedric Mullins has walked it off. He's gone to the opposite field over the left fielder's head. Everybody's going crazy on the field. The Orioles have got the monkey off their back. They take the final game against the Yankees. Clay Holmes blows the save. The Orioles don't give up. They don't pack it in. We go to the All-Star break on top of the American League East. Don't give up on this team. Final score. Orioles 6, Yankees 5. Get some. Yeah! All right, I guess I was a little bit excited. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Maybe I was a little bit excited. All right, looks like Jose Ramirez is going to be the first guy to swing the bat. J-Ram, as he's known. I mean, Joel, I think it is the best win of the year. So many things happened in that ninth inning between the top and bottom half. It really was, when you break it down, it was so it should never have happened. The fly ball to Verdugo. I found a Jake Krill tweet about this. Let me see if I can pull it back up. The fly ball Mullins hit to Verdugo had like a 99% catch success rate, if you know what I mean. Is that what his name is? Jake Krill? Let me see if I can find this. Verdugo catch. See if I can find this stat. But I mean, that's only one aspect of it all. That Verdugo fly ball had a 99% catch probability. but it's even broken down even more so. There's Gunnar, by the way, folks. Gunnar is being introduced to our very popular ball yard track of woohoo, woohoo. Let me see if I can find this. I'm not trying to leave any of the all right, so everybody's getting introduced right now. It's a whole lot of hype and pomp and circumstance. Does anybody know the Orioles beat reporter that I think works for MLB? Is it Jake Krill? I thought that was his name. I actually follow him. But I'm typing the name in, and it doesn't seem to come up. Let me just type in Jake Krill Orioles and see if something happens. No? Okay. Is that who this MC is? This guy's from Saturday Night Live? All right, I'm barely even watching all the pomp and circumstance. Somebody's got a lot of gas. Must be that Texas barbecue. It's a little bit ridiculous. It's kind of like watching Rocky IV when Drago comes up from out of the floor and James Brown starts singing Living in America. All right, folks, we're having a yes BW what there, Calvin? Why the hell can't I find this guy? Well, maybe through Rock's website I can find it. Which guy there, Fitzy? The Weekend. Hey, how you doing there, hon? What's going on, Janet? We got a national anthem going on right now. Oh, I think it's just Jake Rill. It's not Krill. It's just Jake Rill, right? Is that it? That's it. God, I'm so stupid. Okay. I think he posted it yesterday. That's it. Get your moment. It's not about the anthem. It's about you impressing everybody with your vocal range. Man, oh man, do I just miss a classic rendition of the national anthem. Get a choir. You get a choir, and then nobody has to sit there and be the center of attention. Free! All right, great. He managed to take a one-syllable word and add 18 additional syllables. Congratulations. God, I can't stand that stuff. It's been driving me crazy now for decades. It's not about you. Pick any other thing to influence or, boost your clout or whatever. Don't pick the national anthem, all right? Do something else. I would never mockingly do it, or even I would just sing it in the classic way, just. By the way, folks, we had a bunch of draft stuff go down. You guys familiar with your brand new Orioles? Where the hell? Man, Jake Rill uploads like a boss. Am I still? Did I go too far back? I must have gone too far back. All right, Sunday morning baseball. So it had to happen between here and maybe it wasn't his post. Anyway, Verdugo between Volpe absolutely botching a routine grounder that would have ended the game, and then Verdugo, who's known for his defense. So, yeah, folks, we've got Vance Honeycutt. That was our number 22 overall pick. He's an outfielder from the University of North Carolina. And most mock drafts had him going somewhere right around our pick. Some had him going a little bit earlier. We did have another guy in our sights, Culpepper, Jalen Culpepper, a shortstop, but unfortunately the Minnesota Twins had one pick earlier than us, and they took him, but a lot of pretty good-looking underlying stuff here for Honeycutt. And then we took the next, with the compensation pick, with the, what do you call it? It's not compensation. It's the, whatever. You're rewarded for playing your prospects pick. And with Gunnar Henderson winning the Rookie of the Year, we got to take the number 32 pick. We took Virginia shortstop, Griff O'Farrell. And Rob, are you here? I think Rob had some stuff about Farrell. Yeah, I did watch John Boy's breakdown of the brawl, and Elgood. I mean, I don't know if you were here when I said my 2 cents about the whole situation, and I did that without any resource. I'm living in a bubble in Thailand, okay? I don't my finger is not on the pulse of all the talking heads out there 24/7. I mean, when I'm on the mic and I'm watching my O's, that's pretty much it. I do a little bit of looking around here or there on my downtime, but for the most part, I'm locked in. And when I give you an opinion about what I'm seeing with a team or anything else, it's straight from my own brain. But yeah, when it came to that whole situation with the hitting Kjerstad and the way Hyde responded and the way the Yankee dugout started chirping back, you just don't. If you got any class, yeah, you let Hyde just go, hey, F you to Clay Holmes. Or if he said something to the dugout like, how about you not hit our kid in the effing ear? That's understandable. It's not necessarily going, hey, you did that on purpose. Or, hey, we're going to, hit you in your ear. I mean, nothing like that. It's just a natural response to watching one of your kids get hit in the ear. But instead of the Yankees just sitting there like the class act they purport themselves to be and just going, all right, I hear you. I mean, I'd like to say something back, but I understand the situation. We'll keep our mouths shut. Let's keep it going. No, they couldn't do that. They had to sit there and try to throw some fuel on the fire, and that's when Hyde lost it. And I don't blame him for it. All right. Folks, I got no idea when it comes to calling this home run derby. I hope we're just watching along together. Right now, they're going over the rules. I don't know where you're at on your TV. Yeah, and the discrepancy between how many times Yankee pitchers have hit us versus them. But I tell you what, you guys saw the way we responded. We played that next game. We didn't hit anybody. And then Judge comes up the first time on Sunday. First pitch to him with 2 down, nobody on, which is a great time to hit a guy on purpose if you want to. Judge got hit. And you know what happened? Nobody said nothing. And you know why? Because the Yankees realize they can't sit there and act like they can respond. That's the Orioles finally closing the book on the whole thing. I would hope. Yeah, and yeah, just the first pitch of the AB. Because the thing is, in that situation, 2 down, nobody on, early in the ball game, Judge comes up. You're just going to walk him anyway. So if you want to get some retaliation, you can save yourself 3 pitches and just hit him on the first. So yeah, the optics absolutely spelled out that was intentional. And I will always cop to when the Orioles hit a batter intentionally. But I tell you what we don't do. We don't go head hunting. You look at the Yankees hitting our batters. Out of the 10 that got hit, about 7 of them have been, above the shoulder. All right, I guess Alec Bohm is going to be up first. Gunnar Henderson is going to go dead last. Are you kidding me? I got to sit through 7 rounds before I see my boy? Come on now. They're interviewing Gunnar right now. Buster only. Buster? I hardly know her. Yeah, Yankees are head hitters, and somehow they tried to create a narrative about us as being hand hitters. That's right, folks. We're the first baseball team in the history of the sport that have figured out a way to go hunting specifically for opposing batters' hands. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I like that bat, Gunnar. Zoinks! Like he's going to hit 47 home runs. All right, well, if Gunnar is going to be up 8th, then I'm going to finish rolling this J. You know, I got a J I'm working on. It's going to be a while. What's going on, folks? Is anybody even here? How small of an affair is this? 42. 1/3 of you have hit the like button. Come on, people. Just because we're hanging out and it's a nice, relaxing affair, it don't mean you can't help when you can help. All right, so I've got this 3D thingamabit jig up. I have no idea if this thing's going to update live, but I got it up. It says 2024 Home Run Derby. It's got the date. It's got all the players involved. So I'm just hoping that this is going to kind of give you a little bit of a visual aid. What? What in the world are you talking about? It's actually weird. If you move it around with your mouse, it's got like a 3D like wrap around. You can move it all around, but I don't want to move it right now because it's kind of right dead center where I'd like it. All right, so guys, I'm going to shift my body over here a bit so I can give myself some extra space to work on rolling this J. All right, for an event that's supposed to start at 8 o'clock, it's 20 minutes after the hour. Can we get this thing going or what? The one thing I don't like about Gunnar having to hit last is that he's going to have the least amount of time to recover for the next round and worry to make it that far. You know what I'm saying? You go first, you probably got a half hour off. You go last, you got like 5 minutes off. All right, Alec Bohm is up. Phillies third baseman. The home run derby. And this ball is... gone? No. Oh, there you go, folks. It's on your screen. Look at that. Wow. He hasn't hit one out yet. At least not on my side. All right, so this graphic thing is actually way ahead. It says he's up to 5 home runs already. I've only got 1. I'm still on 1. All right, there's number 2. Yeah, this is way behind. I might not have this animation screen up when Gunnar's up because I'm going to actually try and somewhat call that if it's possible. Yeah, I don't really understand the camera setup with this competition anymore either. Bohm is definitely getting into a groove now. So that half dozen home runs you saw put up were all done on about 4 or 5 straight pitches. I don't think he's hit one over 440 feet yet. Isn't that the, do they still have that rule where if you hit one over 440 a couple of times, you get like an extra 30 seconds? Bohm is taking a break right now. Folks, once again, I cannot stress enough, I made a post about it in the Discord, but the Orioles winning that game yesterday, it wasn't just about a walk-off win. It wasn't just about snapping a 5-game losing streak. It wasn't just about the offense waking up when we needed it. It wasn't just about holding on to the division lead. It wasn't just about getting into the All-Star break on a positive note. What that win did, folks, was move our record head-to-head with the Yankees 6-4. We're 6-4 with a 3-game series left in the Bronx in the final week of the season, which means as long as the Orioles can just win one of those 3 games, we have the tiebreaker in case we wind up with the same record. So that's huge. It's basically like an extra game lead on the Yankees. If we can just get 1 out of 3, and I'm hoping, as Alec Bohm is up to about a dozen home runs here, wow, he is really getting into a groove according to that stat tracker. That stat tracker probably a solid 45 seconds ahead or so. Now he's starting to stroke it. All right. Don't take that out of context. But yeah, he's going pull heavy to straightaway left field here, one after the next. Up to 15. That's probably gone. 16. It's just you don't get a chance to admire these home runs because they're already swinging on the next pitch before one drops. I don't really like the way they do this. I don't understand why it needs to be such a race for time. I'd rather just give me X number of pitches and, let me admire the ones I'm hitting. But that's just my point of view. So, pretty good round for Bohm, eh? I don't know where that Canadian part came from, but I'm assuming 20 is pretty good. Adley had 27 in that opening round last season. And he switch hit. Eh? That's the other thing. Yeah, I went several years without seeing the All-Star or the Home Run Derby. Hell, I've missed probably more than half of the All-Star games of the past 10 years from living out over here. So Bohm now, I guess, now they give you just 3 outs after you go through the timed part of it. So now this part is not timed. You just get outs. So it's sort of a mixture of a timed competition, and now this part of it is more like the old school home run derby. You can just keep hitting home runs as long as you don't make outs. See, to me, this makes more sense. You can slow down a little bit. You can watch the ball fly. Why don't they just do it like this? Does it just take too long? If it takes too long, then don't give him 10 swings. Give him 8. I don't know. Figure out something. But this to me feels like home run derby. Bohm finishes with 21 after all is said and done. All right. So if 20 is average, then not too bad a round for Bohm. 40 pitches and then outs. So it's not timed. Well, then why during the 40 pitches is one coming right after the other? Why don't they give him a couple of seconds? It just doesn't feel like it used to be that fast back when I think back to when Cal Ripken went nuts up at the Sky Dome, what, in 1991 when he won the Derby? You got to sit there between every pitch and have that extra second or two to wind up and go. Well, Connor, when the velocity is slow and it's right down the middle and you know where it's going and how fast it's coming, these major leaguers know how to hit them out of the yard. You ever been to like a batting practice session at a ball game before the game? It's pretty much home run derby for some guys. Some guys, they'll be working on mechanics. They're not trying to hit the ball out of the yard. But once in a while, you'll see a slugger hit the cage and just sit there and spend about 3 minutes hitting about 20 baseballs into the stands. All right, Bobby Witt Jr. is the next guy up. Bonus pitches, I'm guessing that has the same thing to do with the previous rules where you get a bonus if you hit home runs over a certain distance. And Bobby Witt Jr. is underway. He's got his first home run of the round, although on my screen he has yet to step up to the plate. So again, folks, if you don't want this animation up, I'm just leaving it up for some sort of visual. And, of course, I'm still leaning way over on my screen trying to roll a J. So here's Bobby Witt Jr. And he's up to 4 home runs now on your screen. None yet that I'm watching. It'd be nice if they had a timer on this screen. Let you know how much time is left as it's winding down. Doesn't seem to have that. Next seater? What does that mean? The next hitter? Oh, Seager. Corey Seager is not even healthy right now. I don't think he's at the All-Star game. I don't know who's next. But I'm going to guess it's somebody from the National League because there's an American League guy hitting right now. And all I know is Gunnar's last. Bobby Witt on his breather here, only on 5 home runs. He is not off to a very good pace right now. Okay, with 135 left in his round. So there is still a timer. You get 40 pitches, I guess. 40 pitches or less if the timer runs out before 40 pitches. So it's a 40 pitch max, I guess is how it works. Witt is starting to get into a groove here. Oh, man, that one was destroyed. Second deck shot to left center field there for Witt. That was number 16. And he's still on 16. So I think that's it for the round. So he ran out of pitches before the time clock ran out. So, yeah, I mean, if you can figure out a way to time those 40 pitches to where any time left on the clock is valuable time where you could have had an extra little breather in there. I don't like these rules at all. How you doing, Shantae? Yeah, I mean, why not admire the home run? That's half of the whole damn point, is to admire it. It's like watching somebody do something nobody else in the world can do, but like you're watching it through a periscope or something. I don't know. I can't come up with a good analogy. Anyway, now Bobby Witt is on to the 3 strikes you're out, or 3 non-home runs you're out segment of the contest. He can make up some ground here. Boy, Witt absolutely crushed that one. A couple of shots over 430 feet in the last 2 home runs. And he's down to his last strike with 18 home runs. Bobby Witt Jr. Now he's going to be selective. He takes a pitch here. Takes another one. Goes after this one. Has he got it? It's going to get out just barely. A few feet above the wall. Oh, so yeah, he's still swinging. Got to make an out. This one, left field. And that's gone. 20 home runs hanging in there. One behind Bohm. Takes another pitch. Goes after that one, and that never had a chance. That pitch was low. That one's going to die out there in middle of center field. 20 home runs for Bobby Witt Jr. One behind Alec Bohm. I'm trying to listen a little bit on what's being said, but the balance of on-field microphones plus the broadcasters talking, it's just a bunch of noise. I can't even track who's saying what. This J's coming together nicely. All right, the hometown rep is up next, Adolis Garcia. I tell you what, I think he's got the kind of swing made for the home run derby. If he gets into a groove here, I'd put some money on him if I were the betting type. Okay, you put the inflection on the wrong syllable there. The announcer just said, he looks energized. It's energized. You schmuck. All right, Garcia's up there, and as you can see on your screen, the balls are starting to fly. Balls are flying at a rate more than a party at Paris Hilton's house. All right. Hey, there goes a home run. Yeah, who are the announcers? They stink. Oh, that one's crushed. What just flew in here? Aye. All right. I'm seeing 6 home runs. The board has 8. That last home run had a below 100 exit velo. All right, there's number 8 right there that I saw. Looks like he's stuck on 8, folks. Here comes the timeout. His longest home run there, 435. Whoops. See, now we got this zoomed back out again. See, who would want that? Look at this. Yeah, this is the vantage point I want to watch the home run derby from, right here. This reminds me of the worst seats I ever had for a game. They look something like this. Yeah, this is perfect. I'll watch the derby from right here. All right. I mean, come on. What's the point? As you can see, there's plenty of seats available at the home run derby right now. Very low turnout. It's very disappointing. All right, Garcia's done with his break. Stepping back in, got the Griffey hat on. Backwards. backwards. All right. I love how the guy tossing the baseballs is standing right on the very edge of a platform. Couldn't they give him a little bit more room? I mean, like, part of his left foot is hanging over this thing, and like 80% of this platform he's on is just sitting there empty. They can't scooch it over or something. All right, Garcia getting into a bit of a groove here. Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong. All right, now we want to go over here. He's up to 17. Yeah, he can mash. He can definitely mash. If he can get up to like 18, I think he's a good bet to get to where he needs to be with those, with the outs segment of the competition. That's 17. 20 seconds. 5 pitches. 1 or 2 more should be pretty good shape, I think. That should go. That should go, and that goes. There's 18. 1 more. 1 more. 3 more pitches. 2 seconds. 1. And did that go? It did not. 18 is your final. 1 pitch left unused. All right, it's time for a lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. Hey, thanks for hanging out, everybody. This was completely unplanned. I have no idea. I threw together that thumbnail there at the last second. You guys like the thumbnail tonight? The watch long. Get it? All right. We'll see who's up next. All right, we move on to the bonus round segment of the Adolis Garcia home run round. Let's see what he's got. On 18, goes after the first pitch and wastes it. There's 1 out. Goes after the next pitch and pops it up. It doesn't look like Garcia is built for this style of home run derby. He should take a pitch if he wants to. That first one he shouldn't have swung at. That one's popped up. 3 straight strikes on 3 pitches. Calvin, are you spoiling it? Oh, you don't get a 4th one? How do you get a 4th one? They're showing me 3 X's and then like a sort of grayed out 4th box. Do you get like a chance for a 4th one if you do something? So Garcia is done on 18 homers, and that's not going to be thick enough probably. You get 4 guys to move on to the next round, right? A 425 plus during the bonus portion of the whole thing, Rob, or just throughout the whole damn thing? I mean, these rules are just a little bit too convoluted, if you ask me. Okay, so if you hit one shot over 425 during your bonus part, you get one more out. Gotcha. That would make more sense. All right, so Garcia is not in good shape to get on to the next round, but you never know. Usually, every year I've ever watched the Home Run Derby, there's one or two guys that only hit like 2 balls out of the yard. Like they just can't find the stroke. It's really embarrassing when that happens, too. You hate to see it. I don't care who it is, unless it's Juan Soto or something, I guess. All right, so is that the 4th player? Are we now halfway till waiting for Gunnar Henderson? Teoscar Hernandez is going to be up next. Rob, you removed that comment. Why even put the thought in anybody's head? Teoscar. One of many, many signings by the Dodgers. Boy, the Dodgers, they somehow go out there and buy Shohei Ohtani and still have the money to go, yeah, we'll take Teoscar Hernandez. We'll take Tyler Glasnow. We'll take whatever. And yet, all season long, the Dodgers have been behind us in the standings. Oh, yeah, Yamamoto. How can I forget the money they spent on Yamamoto? All right, Teoscar's up to half a dozen. Oh, you mean last season, Calvin? Yeah, we'll see how their playoff run goes this year with the extra additions. Teoscar's got a 448-foot shot. That might be the longest one of the night from anybody. Got 90 seconds left in his round on my end here. And he asks for timeout. Oh, just the last series. Well, didn't the Dodgers? Who did did the Diamondbacks knock the Dodgers out in the playoffs last year, or is it? Oh, that's right. The Braves knocked out the Phillies knocked out the Braves, and then the Diamondbacks knocked out the Dodgers, and then the Diamondbacks beat the Phillies. Right? That's how it went. Good has finally gotten the rolls down. D-backs beat the Dodgers in the playoffs. Then the Phillies beat the Braves, and then the D-backs beat the Phillies. Right? I got this all worked out in my mind. All right. Only 6 homers there in the first segment of this 40-pitch, 3-minute segment here. Let's go, second half. Let the balls fly. What if they hit more than one? Hey, Elgood, in that extra round, do they get even another out? It's only one extra out. What if you hit back-to-back 425-plus footers? You don't get another extra? Is that Scooby-Doo bat going to be used in this competition? I guess so. Teoscar needs to start picking it up here. He's still on single digits. There's number 10. Somebody's screaming outside. Still sitting on 10. That's 11. Just a few seconds left. That's number 12. And if that one gets out, that's 13. 13. Not good shape. I think that's the original setup. Just 10 outs. Anything that's not a home run is an out, and that was it. No bonus time, no time at all. No distance, credit, or anything like that. Just 10 outs. Do what you can do. Of course it is, and it's a fine way. Sometimes they'd be low, but sometimes they'd go nuts. I mean, again, when Cal Ripken, the year he won the Derby in '91, he broke the record at the given time. It was over 20, I think. What the hell are we doing here, Harry? Our pets' heads are falling off. Teoscar is now hitting homers without making outs. Up to 16 here. Has not made an out yet. That is the first out. That sounded pretty good. That one is gone. 16. Just one out. And he's earned the bonus out, by the way. That one sneaks through the foul pole. 17. Teoscar trying to make up for not the best first part of the round here. Oh, my boy's getting into it. 18. Only one out. That's popped up. 2 down. 2 outs left. I can't believe I'm calling a home run derby. The pitch. Breaking ball popped up. Deep left. That ball is not gone. All right, one more out left here for Teoscar on 18 homers. That one's gone. That one's a line drive. That's out of here. 19. That ties him with who had the least. And did he just flat out miss that one? That's it. Teoscar's done on 19. Now, does it have the totals under here? See, they should just list the totals of the guys that have already gone, like right there. That'd be perfect. I know it's a free site. I can't complain. But damn, that would make it really easy. Just put the totals right there after the round is over. Why would SETI even be there? To rob home runs, Calvin, for the fun. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Invite some of the best outfielders that are known for robbing home runs and put them out there. I love that idea. Add a little extra element. That would be awesome. Yeah, you might only see it happen once, maybe twice. But that would be awesome. and trample some kids. It's just a bunch of children getting knocked over like bowling pins as Aaron Judge goes after a ball. Oh, my goodness. Maybe get one player to stand on the shoulders of another. Have that 12-foot reach. Oh, I did miss that, Calvin. I'm sure there's a clip of it out there somewhere. I'll have to look for it. Hey, there's a new... Finally, the sequel we've all been waiting for, Twisters. Because that hokey, cringeworthy action movie from 30-something years ago, we gotta have another. He's in it for the money, not for the science. The extreme. It's the extreme. F2. We might see a couple F2s out there today. Hey, if we're lucky, maybe an F3 too. Well, I just hope we don't see an F4, you know. Yeah, an F4. That could knock your house over pretty good, huh? Hey, has anyone ever seen an F5? Hold on. Has anyone ever seen an F5? This is supposed to be your forks dropping on the plate. What's an F5 like? It's the finger of God. It's the finger of God. No, Calvin, not the hand. It's the finger of God. It's the finger of God. Shine on, shine on. God. That movie is horrible. I gotta go. We've got cows. Are you kidding me? That needs to be brought back? Just make a damn movie about a damn tornado. Why does it need to be part of a intellectual property? You stole Dorothy from us, you scumbag. You stole Dorothy. She's ours. You're in it for the money, not for the science. God, I hate that movie. I do love to watch it. I do love to watch it for how awful it is. I gotta go. We've got cows. This is one of my favorite lines in film history. All right. Well, it's been like 5 minutes. What's this break all about? Yeah, and I just love the physics of it all. Somehow there's like an 18-wheeler like oil tanker just flying through the air adjacent to the 4x4 that Bill Pullman and Helen Hunt are driving in that must weigh like 12% of this object that's flying over their head. But apparently they're fine. Whatever. Just the dumbest. I'm still waiting on something to happen here. Yeah, driving through the house as it's rolling across the street. Then Bill Pullman goes, or Bill Paxton goes, "We're going in! We're going in!" As you do, you know, whenever you're driving down the highway and you just happen to drive through a house. Sure.
You'll rue the day when he came up next to the extreme.
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. All right, looks like Pete Alonso's turn is up. Folks, Pete Alonso, 2-time winner of this damn thing. 195 home run derby home runs all time. Nobody has more in this competition. And folks, apparently the deal was Pete Alonso was invited to the All-Star game to do this, but not as an All-Star, and he declined, and then MLB capitulated, allowed him to make the roster because they wanted him that bad for this. So really nice of Alonso to demand, to basically go, I'm not going to do the home run derby unless you let me play in the game. Which means he took a place away from somebody probably more deserving. You can't, there's no way to know. There's no way to really know who would have been that next person. And gotta be honest, so far, not too good of a round yet in the first minute. 4 home runs. I guess I could push this up a little bit. There we go. All right. It's not been too hot for Alonso. That's a line drive, not going anywhere. That might be number 5. That's number 5. I mean, he's coming up on the halfway mark of this 3-minute. That's a pop. Man, Alonso's been terrible. 5 home runs. He asks for time. This is perfect. I wish for Alonso to finish dead last, knowing what I know about his involvement in this competition. Hello, Cam. Votes for what, Calvin? Ohtani is the starting DH in the game. Nobody votes for the home run derby. That's all just an invitation only. And for certain players who reach a certain status, they usually start to decline the invitation. And that really extends to a lot of all-star games. NBA, NFL. They're like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Let's go Alonso, huh? Well, so far, hasn't been too good. He's got 24 pitches, a minute 37 left, and the first one he sees is a comebacker to the pitcher. There's a line drive. That's not going anywhere. That one's going foul. Alonso is in a rut. Apparently, they got Gandalf pitching to him out there. Still on 5 home runs. This one might go. That one won't. Alonso takes a pitch. This could be 7. And yeah, there's number 7. Only 40 seconds left. He might not get to 10. Oh man, he is not squaring anything up. Oh, and this pitcher is not helping at all either. Alonso's having a terrible round. This is popped up to shallow center. 7 home runs with 12 seconds to go. That one might go. He only has 1 or 2 more swings. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. He snuck in 2 homers there at the last second. He ends on 9 home runs. He had 7. He got 2 in the final 2 swings. That's the worst output after 3 minutes so far tonight, right? What the hell is this ad they're sticking in here? All right, everything's in slow motion. It's hilarious. Slow motion is hilarious. I have no that Expedia. Okay, I remember using that website 23 years ago to get a map. All right, Pete Alonso with 9 home runs now in the bonus round. Now he's going to start taking a pitch or two. He takes the first, swings at the second, and pops it up. That's not going to get out. It did get out. I am not a good judge of anything. He didn't get that one out. That one could go. All right, I think we've figured out what to do. This pitcher needs to throw high and with a little bit of a hump to it. That's what Alonso likes. Keep it high with a bit of a hump. Just like that. Just like that. Does that have enough? It does. See? This is what he should have been doing all along. That one's going to be a foul ball, I think. Still a long way to go. 1 or 2 outs with 2 left. Takes a pitch. That's out number 3. 1 more to go on 11 homers. Alonso looking like he's going to get eliminated. Everybody in front of him's already hit more, so now you can already start to eliminate. This one's going to center, and that gets out. There's 12. He needs half a dozen more homers to have a shot at going to the next round. And he has to do them all without making a single out. And this one's popped up. That's it. Alonso, he's got a smile on his face, high-fiving the pitcher there. But, man, I bet you he's going to get in his ear later going, come on, man. You ruined it for me. Well, there you go, folks. Major League Baseball said we got to have Pete Alonso in this competition. Who's going to watch if he's not here? Well, put me in the game and I'll do it. All right, Pete. Whatever you say. And then he gives us that. That's the big show. Somebody lost an all-star roster spot because we had to watch that. Okay. Whatevs. How many more left until Gunnar? Eliminated. Yeah, there's guys who had 12 home runs at the first break, like 90 seconds in. What's this about Rutschman? Oh, this is Adley's performance last year, which, again, I was talking to Rob about it earlier. Very fun performance by Rutschman. He definitely added a special element to the competition. I don't think Alonso did anything to make this special. Oh, yeah, Ozuna. Ozuna is definitely a guy to watch. He's been tearing it up this year. There's Adley. And there got a Gunnar blanket. All right, Jose Ramirez will be up. So it's going to be Ramirez and then Ozuna and then Gunnar? Is that how it works? Ramirez, then Ozuna, and then finally Gunnar for the final player in the opening round here. I got a feeling I'm going to be on longer than 1 hour, I guess. This was not part of the plan. Oh, those Phillies with their candy stripe uniforms. Looking like they ought to be selling cotton candy in the instructional leagues. All right, I borrowed that line from Bill Burr. All right, J-Ram. I'll tell you what. I don't know, Elgood. I'll tell you what. Next time we got Cleveland, whether it's in season or postseason, and you got runners at second and third, and at least one out, and you're leading by one, and the guy on deck is David Fry, don't pitch to Jose Ramirez. Put him on first. They've gone and saved the best for last. And now we're watching pitch to pitch. Isn't Juan Soto a little bit... Sorry. Just coming up with lyrics in my head here. Ramirez is 45 seconds into his round. There's number 4. Needs to start picking it up here. Okay, there's a couple in a row. Oh, that was crushed. J-Ram is in a groove. J-Ram is in a crush groove. Look at that line drive. Good God. Sometimes a line drive home run is just as impressive as the moonshots. I mean, J-Ram hit one out that was probably never more than 15 feet off the ground. He's coming up on double digits before the break, and he calls for time with 1:25 to go after hitting number 10. All right. J-Ram's on a decent pace. Again, if you can get to about 18, 19 before you get to those bonus cuts, that'll put him in pretty good shape. Oh, yeah. That is true. I mean, yeah. Please, I would enjoy an absolute barrage of Twister quotes. The suck zone. It's the point basically when the Twister sucks you up. The suck zone. I'll tell you where the suck zone was. It was the row of seats I was sitting in watching that movie in the theater. That was the suck zone. All right, here comes the final 85 seconds for J-Ram. By the way, folks, it was hilarious because when that movie came out, I was working at a movie theater. I wasn't a projectionist yet. It was like the opening months of working at a theater. It only took a few months for me to basically browbeat the manager into making me the projectionist. I'm like, dude, I'm not here to rip tickets or serve popcorn. I'm here to be up in the booth and work with the films. So I finally did get up there, but before I did, whenever a new movie would come out, there would always be a screening on the Thursday night before a Friday premiere. And the whole point of it is, as a projectionist, this is back when it was still, actual film being projected through a machine, not just a disc that you hit play on and walk away. So as a projectionist, you build the prints. They come in reels. You got to attach them together. You got to put special little tape on there to cue the lights in the auditorium. You got to attach all the trailers beforehand. You got to build the damn thing. And when you do that, you got to have a screening, usually done on Thursday nights. Usually it's a couple of movies because every week you usually get a couple of new movies. But on this particular night, me and everybody else working and a lot of friends, we really packed up the main auditorium with the THX surround sound, Dolby Digital, the whole spiel, the big auditorium. And we sat there and we watched Twister. And I'm telling you right now, the whole damn audience spent the movie just laughing at how bad the movie was. Like, nobody was sitting there going, ooh, at like any of the action stuff or the effects. It was just laughing at the dialogue, laughing at the absurd scenarios. It was a great night. I must have only been about 16, 17 years old. Thank you for allowing me to take that trip down memory lane as Jose Ramirez ends his second half of the 3-minute round on 17 home runs. Rabbit is good. Rabbit is wise. You mean to tell me Billy knows what a storm is thinking?
What's Jonas doing here? He's not in it for the money. He's only in it for the science.
Oh, my God. Jose Ramirez. There is a big swing. He's got a homer without an out. Up to 17. Takes a pitch. That's a line drive. Does it have enough to get over? Apparently it did. That must have just snuck over the wall. 17. That one's gone. That's a nice stroke. 18.
Why don't you just put her in charge?
Oh, that might be his furthest hit one tonight. Maybe not. Nice stroke, though, from Ramirez. 19. What's he need? 20, 21 to be safe? At least 21, I think. To feel safe.
How about a nice, greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray? You two donkey dicks couldn't get laid in a morgue. Now go make yourself one, dickweed.
All right, J-Ram's got 1 out or 2 outs now with 21 homers. One more should put him in decent shape, I think. He's taking pitches. This one is not going to do it. That's it. 21 is our final. Again, what are the standings? Show us the damn current standings. There's a shot of Gunnar in the cage. 2 batters away from Gunnar, folks.
Oh, hi, Mammy. Hi, Grampy.
Gunnar has not done. You're just in time, Leonard. There is one more player left to go. And then Gunnar Henderson will be the final Derby participant here in the first round. He's got his Scooby-Doo bat. But first, it's going to be the Braves' Marcel Ozuna. Why won't they just show you the damn
Just have it on screen like it's a game and you got the score in the corner. Just give us the damn list in order of who's got how many homers right now. They don't bother to show it to you at all. I'm not keeping track in my head. Even this damn website's not keeping track. All right. Marcel Ozuna time. Honestly, what is the problem? Just put up the damn standings on this thing. Of all the stats that they shove down your throat like foie gras, they can't just give you the damn current standings of this thing? Yeah, that might be my favorite Helen Hunt line. You've never seen it hit this house and miss that house and come after you. Ozuna at the plate. God. Give me more Twister lines, please. Three morons in the booth. Well, you got one moron on this mic. I'm only a third of what they're offering. Whoa. Or Ozuna's already got one that went 473. That's got to be the long one of the night. Oh, good. Please tell me that you just decided to give me a fortune cookie and that's not actually a line in the movie. Please. What, and I love how all the songs in the movie. I love how I love how all the songs in the movie have to do with storms. It's just so on the nose. Riding the storm out. Riding the storm out. I mean, Jesus Christ. Just the most. Yeah, it had, yeah. Shine on, shine on. I hated that song because, again, it was while I was working at the theater. I wasn't a projectionist yet, so when movies got out, I had to be the bum to go in there and clean up all the popcorn and crap on the floor. So every time you go in and do that as an usher, you're walking in at the same point, the closing credits. So probably about 80 times I had to sit there and listen to Shine On, Shine On a crappy movie that I'd already seen while picking up gum and soda. It stunk. All right. Where are we? Ozuna. I'm the guy in the station. You mean I'm Philip Seymour Hoffman? Which station wagon? It's the Fujita scale. It measures the tornado's intensity by how much it eats. Eats? Destroys. Oh, I get it. So like there's this whole terminology and lingo with the whole tornado chasing culture. That's so cool. It doesn't destroy, it eats, because that's like really cool sounding. Fujita scale. Hey, by the way, can I get a chalupa with my Fujita? With extra hot sauce? Stupid ass movie. Marcel Ozuna's got 44 seconds left, 11 home runs. I had no idea that this home run derby watch along would turn into a Twister retrospective, but I'm enjoying it all the same. This is a nice little throw together stream here. Hangout. Ozuna on 12. Make it still 12. Nope, 13 now. He's in bad shape. I'm telling you what, folks, it's looking good for Gunnar if he can just get to like 20. It'd be nice to see a leaderboard. Just one leaderboard, one time to give us an idea for those that don't have, the brain of a nuclear physicist. Oh, my God. Alec Bohm has got some kind of back wrap on. He looks ridiculous. I'm sure all the players use it, but he looks ridiculous. Hey, here's another line. Here's another line from Twister. Who can forget that fun part where a tornado breaks up into two? And then Bill Paxton, just very nonchalantly goes, well, we've got sisters. We've got sisters. Do we? Do we have sisters? How about just, oh my God, there's two tornadoes now. Do we have to sit there and worry about your stupid tornado chasing terminology right when we're in the middle of the damn thing? I got to sit here and reference my tornado terminology book to understand what the hell you're talking about? I'm about to die here. We've got sisters. No, they don't. No, they don't, Rob. No, they don't. You're lying. I haven't seen a trailer for it. I mean, I saw the trailer without volume and only saw a segment of it. They do not say they're twins. They do not. You're lying. No! Ozuna with home run number 15, 1 out in the bonus round. He doesn't have a 4th out bonus. So that's their way of revamping the movie. They're not sisters. Now can they be twin sisters? Oh, that would be hot. Let's make it sexier. Sexier. You know what I want with this Twister movie? I want the Fast and the Furious cars to show up. And then they can out-chase the Twister, and then maybe they can start actually driving like around it sideways because of how dumb and absurd those movies are. Just throw it together in a soup. Okay, 2 outs, but Ozuna with a long home run has earned a 4th out, a 426-foot shot. And now he's selective up there at the plate, 16 homers. Did he swing and miss? Did he just swing and miss? Ozuna. Yeah, check swing, the appeal. Ozuna has to finish on 16 home runs. All right, so there you go. 19 is the magic number, folks. 19 home runs ties Jose Ramirez for the final spot in the top tier to move on to round 2. 20 to win, but 19 to, at least have some kind of a playoff thing. Let's make it 20. Let's not screw around. Because then if you have a tie and then you're wasting more swings on a tiebreaker. And again, Gunnar, it's such a disadvantage. The guy that went first has had, an hour and a half to take a breather? Gunnar's going to wind up having at most 15 minutes between swings. 22 for the overall lead, so it's that tight. Oh, 21 to tie. I could have sworn I just heard him say on the broadcast it was 20. I'll take Fitzy's word on it. Oh, tiebreaker just decided by longest home run. Okay, and we're tied with J-Ram. What was J-Ram's longest? If I click on his name, will it tell me? Yes, 419. That's nothing. J-Ram's longest is 419. All right, let's go. Come on, Gunnar. It's time, baby. Yeah, I'm using a Scooby-Doo bat. Like we're going to hit at least 21 home runs. It's going to be awesome. Zoinks! All right, I don't want this screen spoiling this. You guys are watching along. I don't know. Let's just take it on over to... Let's just Google Gunnar's name or whatever. Here he goes. He's up at the plate. No, I can't have anything moving around. All right, there he is. Zoinks! Just stare at this. All right, I'm giving you the real call now. Gunnar Henderson is at the plate here in Arlington, Texas. Who's this pitching? First one is a line drive. Is that somebody wearing number 26? Gunnar, another line drive. He needs to start getting under it a little bit. Got under that one, but maybe too much. They haven't even... Now a ground ball. Come on, Gunnar. Come on, Gunnar. Get moving now. They haven't even flashed to the outfield yet. Do we have our first? Nope. Oh, no. All right, that might be the first. No. Oh, my goodness, folks. This is not going well. All right, that's a crushed. Get up. One just snuck out on a line drive. Let's see if you can find that spot in the middle there. Okay, there's another. All right, here it comes. Here it comes. 3 in a row. Come on, baby. 4 in a row. And he's got a 425-footer. 5 in a row. I guess that wasn't a 5th. Well, he did hit 4 home runs in a row. But, man, it took like a minute to figure it out. All right, Gunnar. You're going to have to basically... I mean, again, if we need 21, we're going to want to get up to at least, 18 during this part of it for a good shot? He's really going to have to turn it on here. He's talking to Tony, Westy, and Adley right here. Actually, they were right up there next to him. Look at Gunnar right there. Boy, by the way, the hats for the All-Star game they're on fleek. I want this version of an Orioles hat. All right, come on, Gunnar. Here we go. And not yet lining him up. That one could go. Maybe not. God, they're not even going to the outfield camera when he hits it in the air. This one got enough? That one does. All right, and there's another line drive. That one's going to go. All right, come on, get into a groove. Okay, we're getting into a groove here, folks. Come on, keep it going. You don't have it. He's pointing down. He's asking to get it down a little bit. There's another one. Number 8, I believe. Come on, Gunnar, keep going. There's number 9. He's crushing it right now. Come on. Come on. Got to do better than this. You're running out of time, man. Oh, man, he's not going to have enough. Is that 10 at least? That should be 10. Down to 20 seconds. That's about 5 feet short on that one. This one, Stay Fair. That's gone. 11. Enough time for maybe one more swing here. And he goes the opposite field. Are they going to let this one count? This last one could go if it counts. 11. 11. It's going to take a miracle. Going to take a miracle. Zoinks! Look at Tony fanning Gunnar up. Look, they're just having fun out there, guys. That's what you want to see. Tony's there with a big smile on his face. They're not worried about this. They want him to have fun. And I'm glad that they're there. I mean, that's huge to have Tony there with Adley together and Westy. If it was just before Westy and Tony got added, it'd just be Adley there. That makes it feel more like, you know, you got your teammates there with you. All right, come on. Do something special here. Hit a bomb. Hit a bomb and get that 4th out, and let's go. Hey, pitcher. Throw good strikes. Hey, Buck. All right, Gunnar now looking at a pitch. Popped up. That's down the 2 outs. Just relax, dude. That's not going to do it. 1 strike left. Gunnar on 11. He's not going to make it. Who had the least? Please tell me 11 is not the least. Didn't somebody have like 9? He is done on 11. Please tell me somebody had 10 or less. He tied Alonso for the worst. Oh, my God. Oh, Gunnar. Oh, Alonso had 12? My, oh, my. Gunnar was as the worst. Ah, shit. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, get rid of the Scooby-Doo bat. What were the shoes he got? Like Lego shoes or something a couple of weeks ago? When he got announced to do this, he was wearing some custom shoes. He quickly chucked those. I think the lesson here is... oh, wait. Is this the Twister? Oh, this is Alien. Oh, we got a new Alien movie. Yay. Finally, a new idea. Oh, look. The weaponry is upgraded. Oh, look. Explosions. Oh, look. Computer generated images. That looks like fun. Boy, I can't wait to see another exciting, fresh idea in my local movie theater. God, what happened to Hollywood, man? Good Lord. I mean, I get it. Devote X percentage of your movies to known properties that are probably going to make a profit. But you got to at least reserve some chunk of your filmography to be brand new original idea movies. That way you can recycle those movies 20 years from now. You see how it works? You keep it going. What are we going to do 20 years from now? Remake the remake that came out this year? Make a new movie. I'm willing to try. I don't have to sit there and go, wait, I've never heard of this. How many people knew what the hell the Shawshank Redemption was when it came out? In fact, that movie absolutely bombed in the box office. And it's part of the reason why Hollywood does what it does. Because a lot of people are that ridiculous. They go like, what is that? And the shank shaw reduction. What the hell is that? Just try to go see movies, people. Look at who's directing. Look at the studio. That's going to give you a better idea of whether or not the movie's worth seeing more than anything else. Take a chance. Watch some A24 movies. That's my advice. In the new movie, they should have Sigourney Weaver and the alien have babies together. What? Are we talking like a Tommy and Pamela Lee video type movie, or danger? The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 minutes. Micro changes in air density, my ass. Oh, God. See, like, I'll give you an example of a movie that had a sequel that was good. There was a movie a few years ago called X. Another A24 horror movie. Little piece of fun. And you know what? They made a sequel. Actually, it's more of a, what do you call it? Prequel. Called Pearl. And Pearl was really, really good. And you know what? The whole concept of making Pearl was just born out of the process of making X. They sat there with this character, the director Ty West, and the main actress there, Mia Goth. And they were like, and this was during COVID. And they sat there and they're like, why don't we just flesh out another script and maybe do a backstory on Pearl? And they did it. And they shot both of those movies, one right after the other. And that's how you do it. It's you're doing something based out of, inspiration. I don't know if that concept really exists much anywhere. Midsommar sequel. Midsommar 2, Swedish Boogaloo. Coming this fall. All right, I guess I'm hanging out for another round of this crap. American History X Part 2. Boy, there's a... Yeah, Maxine just came out. I have to wait to see it, but I will definitely be seeing it. I try to avoid hearing too much about stuff that I'm interested in. Yeah, Titanic 2, always a good idea. Romeo and Juliet Part 2. It was all a stunt. Thelma and Louise 2. They made the jump. Yeah, let's bring everything back. Nothing. There's no movie we can't bring back. I want every part of Maxine. All the parts. All right, Bobby Witt Jr. is ready to take some swings. Folks, I don't think I'm going to hang out for the whole damn thing, but I still got some coffee. I'm probably going to have one more Lucky and then call it a day. Remake Forrest Gump. What? And use like the last 30 years of like historic events in America as the backdrop? You know how much horrible of a movie that would be? Considering the last 30 years? Oh my goodness. That would actually be a funny parody. That would be a good dark comedy. Why not? You mean Haley Joel Osment, the actor? Or just the kid from the movie? I just seen an interview with Gina Davis, and she says, I hope to God nobody tries to reboot that classic movie, period. Man, I was such a huge Gina Davis fan. Oh, like Little Sherman or whatever? Make Jenny the dumb blonde. Hey, Curtis, thank you. You have my respect for complimenting me. That's my name, goats. Feel free to wear it out. Bobby Witt Jr.'s on 5 home runs, 1 minute into his round here. He's matched up against Jose Ramirez. Who do I think's winning the Derby? Garcia is... If Garcia is still in it, I'm taking Garcia, the hometown guy. I just think he can mash, but I'm not even sure if he made it. It's Teoscar and who else? Who's the 4th guy? Oh, Alec Bohm, right? It's going to be Bohm, so he's not even in it. So you got Bohm, Teoscar. Oh, Thelma and Louise, yeah. Gunnar did not have a good one. The Scooby-Doo bat. Oh, by the way, I guess we can go back over here now. Sorry. Here's your live whatever. Oh, actually, it's not live because excuse me. Oh, no. Have I lost? Oh, no. Here's the vantage point for the rest of the round. I'm trying to refresh this so it's on the actual batter who's up. But of course we're back to my god darn. Come on with your stupid cursor. Why do you gotta do this to me, cursor? What is it? Is it just too much THC oil on the fingertips? What's the problem? There's been nothing new to make it start acting like a fool. All right, I'm going to have to do the old shutdown turn on thing again. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right. We still here? We still together? Oh, wait a minute. I lost sound on this. There we go. All right. How do we get to the live? Gosh darn. Okay, so we'll be watching the Home Run Derby 3D imagery from this great vantage of the ballpark here. You can really see everything from right here. Actually, I think this is where the urinals are. We're going to watch it from right over here. Yeah, this is a good spot. Great view. Great view of Bobby Witt Jr. 16 home runs. I've seen precisely 1/2 of one of those movies, Elgood. And it's like the only one that didn't have Vin Diesel in it. It was the one where they were in Tokyo. And the only reason I saw it is because I liked the kid that was in it, who was the young kid from Sling Blade and Friday Night Lights. I was like, all right, I'll give this kid a chance on a otherwise throwaway movie that I have zero interest in. And I saw it for free because I was still working at a theater at that point. Yeah, Calvin, come on back with a draft update. That would be great. Folks, what do you think of your seats here at the Home Run Derby? You like the view? Would you rather move over a couple of sections? Maybe over here? Oh, that's nice. You can almost see the field. Wait, can I sneak through here? Is that like the ramp? Wait a minute, I think they're giving away some security information here at this ballpark. Where the hell am I? Hey, look where we are. Hey, I'm just having a little bit of fun, folks. Come on now. It's a hangout. Doesn't it say that in the description tonight? We're chilling. Yes, they are going through the floor and coming down from underneath. Let's get really close. No? Sometimes people look at life like this, folks, when it's really much wiser to look at life this way. Give yourself a little bit more scope. You know, it'd be nice if they just said, you know what, we don't need this roof thing here for the purposes of this thing. And if you removed it, then you can actually, like, look at this. This would be a nice angle to watch, especially if you got a left-hander up there. You can't see a damn thing. As I crap on a free website's live updating 3D animated home run derby website. I apologize. Absolutely free home run derby website, animated graphic 3D website. Hey, a Corona commercial with that guy that's in everything. Boy, I really hope this guy finds a role again soon in something. I'm just not seeing him in enough stuff. He's got to get more work. Stop forgetting about Pedro Pascal. Get that man a role. Boy. Oh, that national anthem. I didn't even really hear it. I was only hearing like the notes that were so bad that it was almost like a dog whistle. Like I couldn't help but like, you know, prick my ears up and go, huh? Huh? Is it me or is Bobby Witt Jr.'s eyeballs a little too close together? Is that his secret? Like you would think there should be at least enough width between eyes for like a third eye to fit, and I'm not sure there is. But what do I know? I hope so, Elgood. Otherwise, what was the whole point of it all? Might as well go the full Monty, as they say, you know. Jose Ramirez is taking his swings. Bobby Witt Jr. had 17 homers. And Ramirez just got his first. There it is. See, now it's not even... Yeah, it used to be just plain live. Now I got to click on the guy. All right, here we go. The balls are flying now. Watch out for flying balls, folks. See, now, why is this taking up so much room? It used to be able to show you. This is ridiculous. I don't know. That's where they're flying, people. Obviously, he's hitting from the left side. What, look up the Roseanne thing? I mean, I've seen the footage 1,000 times. It was at the Padres game. Back in, like, I don't know, 1988. I remember it like it was yesterday. I mean, I don't remember enough details like who are the Padres playing, but I might be 1% in the realm of wrong, but 99% sure that was at Jack Murphy Stadium. Hey, we've got another commercial within a commercial. What used to be relevant actor are we using? Oh, it's a couple of people from American, what is that show called? Modern Family. All right, so now that show's over, but it still has some appeal. Let's use them in a commercial, and great. That's weird to see an ad for WhatsApp. WhatsApp is like a very established app over here on this part of the planet. I was introduced to it like the first day I got my phone over here like 9 years ago. She got all the lyrics right and every note was on point. All right. J-Ram on 4 homers is back up swinging. He's got to start picking up the pace. Pace picante. That other stuff's made in New York City. New York City? By the way, that's how bad the movie Twister is. It is akin to a Pace Picante salsa commercial. You know that salsa was made in New York City. New York City? Finger of God. All right. J-Ram's up to 8. That was an uppercut swing. The Orioles drafted 3 catchers. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Particularly the lower in the draft you go, the less whatever the designated position is of a player really means, Half the time they don't wind up playing whatever position they got drafted it as. So it's not like it's a surplus of catchers just by the fact that we drafted 3. You just look at certain positions as athletes that can develop, if you can find a good catcher and then develop that catcher that it can actually give you some offense. I mean, that stuff is more valuable than gold. But then if they can't really handle the catcher position but can still hit, or if they're a light hitter but can still catch really well, then you still got some potential to get called up to the show and do something. So yeah, shortstops, catchers, outfielders. I mean, if you draft a first baseman, they better damn well be a guy that's going to be hitting you 40 home runs someday. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're playing first, they're probably not good at defense. They probably have a weak arm. What the hell's going on here? Down in the tunnel, Alec Bohm sitting on a lazy boy. There's some rando walking around with a table that looks like he just found it at the Salvation Army. I don't know what the hell's going on down there. All right, J-Ram's into the bonus round. 12 homers. He needs 5 to tie. He's got 1 out left. He's got to hit 5 straight bombs or else Ramirez is eliminated. And that's it. J-Ram finishes with a dozen. He at least gets into round 2. A lot of people back Bobby Witt Jr. to win this thing. He's in good shape. He's going to be on to the finals. Bobby Witt Jr. in the finals. I still say his eyes are too close together, but maybe that helps you when you're playing baseball. So the other bracket has Alec Bohm of the Phillies against Teoscar Hernandez of the Dodgers. Should be an interesting final. Teoscar's got his girdle on. I don't know if he's moving a couch or... All right, what other interesting commercials can I watch? That's been my favorite part of this stream tonight. Oh wow, we've got some movies here from the director of Mr. and Mrs. Smith and the Bourne Identity. Matt Damon is a firefighter. Casey Affleck. So what is this? Goodwill Firefighting? The Investigators. I like my title better. Goodwill Firefighting. Coming this fall. Gunnar finished with 11 home runs, which was the worst output of the night. Yeah, honestly, he was the last guy to go, Coldest. Man. Where you been? I've been on the air now 2 hours, and I don't know why. I only want to do an hour of this. What am I doing? What am I doing, man? I'm supposed to be relaxing my voice. I'll tell you why. I mean, I'm waiting on this soundboard to show up. I hope it's today. Because as soon as it gets here, I'm going to be spending all of my time until Friday night trying to comb through all these sound effects and try to find the best ones and maybe put some other extra ones in a file to recycle them in and out. I want to get as much of that. I mean, it's going to be a, what do you call it, a gradual process building up the sounds on the soundboard, you know, but I want to go ahead and get a nice collection of, I don't know, maybe 25 of them at my fingertips. We better have a twister on that soundboard. Yeah, you know what? We could use some twister lines for some certain moments in the ball game. Let me think. Hey, like every time like a guy like Juan Soto comes up, I could do the, he's in it for the money, not for the science. All right? Or every time an Oriole hits like a home run over like 440 feet, I'll play the Finger of God. If our defense turns a double play, we've got sisters. Or maybe I'll use the updated one. We've got twins. Is there a bill on the Orioles currently? I don't think so. Billy Ripken comes to mind. You know what we should do, folks, is have a Twister watch party, like the original. Let's just have an OG Twister watch party together. That would be hilarious. Cujo, I'm actually hoping I never have to do the bugle with my own voice again, because it actually does hurt to do. It hurts to do, and with what I'm already doing, I got to cut it out. We got DP over here. Oh yeah. What we need to do is designate somebody as the extreme. All right, look, the next like really good relief pitcher we get, and they come in, I'll play that. They're going to rue the day when they come up against the extreme. Another good one, Joel. I don't know. That seems too obscure. That like, is anybody even going to get it? It's going to be like 3% of watchers understanding what the hell it even is. We're going to have, all right, look, I'm going to promise at least one Twister sound effect, taking up one dedicated button on this board. I think it only lets you have like 15 buttons active at once. You program the buttons, but I think there's a easier way to just like flip it. Like you can have like a second. Like I could hit one button that then flips all the buttons to a new set of buttons and then cycle through a whole. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to play with this thing. I got to figure this stuff out. Nice save there, BW. And Teoscar Hernandez has not hit a home run yet in the first 42 seconds. There's the first. Teoscar's gotten off to a bad start. 14 out of 15 should be twister lines. I don't know if you've named 15 good. Give me one more good quote, and I'll think about it. When someone hits a home run, there's no place like home. It's a little too wishy-washy for me for a moment like that, Calvin, to be honest with you. I want something with a little more spit and venom in it. You know what I mean? A little piss and vinegar. You know, like a boom. Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. Something along them lines. Oh, man. Please don't pressure me on all these. You leave it up to your boy. I'm gonna be spending more hours than any sane person should combing through hours and hours of sound clips that are collected over several websites on the internet, trying to find the best of the best. So whatever I finally decide on, you guys are going to have to back me up on that. What is that from? Because that sounds like a good one to play whenever Soto comes up. It's the wonder of nature, baby. Yeah. Oh, another twister line. You guys know more than I do. I thought I was the expert on twister. Teoscar is still on just 4 home runs. He is not putting up a good round at all. There's number 5. 1 minute left. There's 6. Okay, there's 3 in a row. He's picking it up. Stop living in the past and see what you got right in front of you. Yeah, I don't think I can use the B word, Calvin, but maybe I can edit it to where it cuts right at the price is wrong. And, you know, use the most of it I can. There would definitely be a game show or 2 sound effects. You got to have a womp womp or a dum dum da dum. You know, there'll be 1 or 2 of those. Teoscar able to get it up to 13 home runs. He had a nice end to that round. He really struggled in the first half. Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, if the opposing team, like, if they have a rally that we kill, you know, and, like, have a button that goes, stop on a whammy. And then you start hearing, like, a little whammy, like, that'd be pretty good. This is all contingent, by the way, on my boomer old fart butt being able to figure out how how to work this thing. I hope it's simple. USB input. You download the software that is built for this particular device, and then you just start moving some sounds in. I guess it all gets stored onto the device. I don't think it's like, because that's the thing I'm worried about with the computer I still have, is whether or not I'm going to have another additional program open with all these sound files, because that could take up a little too much of the computer power and start to mess with what is already, a stream that's a few seconds slower than I'd like it to be, All right, one out on Teoscar as he looks at a couple of pitches here. There's a swing. Looks like a nice one. Down the left field line, and that's gone. Up to 14. Hey there, Burger King. How you doing? Boom. Here comes the Bohm. I always thought a good nickname for Alec Bohm would be the Lip. Alec the Lip Bohm. He looks like he could be a cousin to Heston Kjerstad. One more out here for Teoscar on 14 homers. And there's a swing, and that's not going to do it. 14 home runs. That's what Alec Bohm has got to equal or beat to get a shot at the final round against Bobby Witt Jr. Man, is that Glasnow? Who is that standing next to Teoscar? He's an entire head taller. Is that Glasnow? Man, Glasnow is huge. There's Gunnar chilling in the tunnel with a regular T-shirt on. All right, Gunnar, you're having fun with the boys. Make sure you get a good night's sleep tonight. This is your break, by the way. I'm supposed to be on vacation. Schwarzenegger soundboard. It's not a tumor. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Please do not interrupt my friend. He is dead tired. By the way, in my estimation, now I understand I'll be back is pretty much the OG Arnold one-liner, but I don't think it was ever intended. I mean, that line took on a whole culture of its own and sort of created the 80s one-liner. My favorite one-liner might be the first one after that, which I think is in Commando, when he punches out the guy on the airplane and the stewardess comes by and he's like, please don't interrupt my friend. He is dead tired. Alec Bohm. And the first one is gone. No? He said it is. Okay, there it is. They're a little late on the graphic there. I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, we try to... Paul Verhoeven movies are a great, treasure chest for sound clips. I mean, name a Paul Verhoeven movie, you got quotable lines. Total Recall, RoboCop, Starship Troopers, hell, Basic Instinct. That dude knew how to make some quotable movies. All right, Bohm's still on 1. There's number 2. 50 seconds into his round. So his pace needs to pick up. Here's number... Oh, still on 3. Let me see if this can be updated for you, folks. This thing used to be helpful. There was a time this evening where this was helpful. All right, there you go. There's a live, well, sort of live look at where the home runs are going right now for Bohm. He's only on 3. And he hasn't even hit one over 100 miles an hour. Wow. He has yet to hit a ball in this round 100 miles an hour. That ain't good. What, you don't have any power? YouTube chat is glitchy. Yeah, there's a lot of glitchy stuff going on with YouTube lately. Notifications aren't happening for some people. For content creators like me, some of the information in the analytics section of the YouTube studio isn't updating. Now there's chat issues. You know. All right. 1:41 left for Bohm to catch up to Hernandez, plus the bonus stuff. He's got 3 home runs. He needs to pick it up. That first swing looked lovely. And that one's gone. Oh, he's got a nice stroke going here. That one's gone. He's finding his stroke, folks. He's finding his stroke. That one comes up short, but everything's going right to straightaway left. And that one's out of here. Bohm is picking it up. He's picking it up. A minute to go. He just hit number 8. Up to 9 now. That looks like 10. He is in a groove. How many in a row? Make it 11. This might be the most exciting portion of the night. He finally hits one too low. He's on 11 at the moment. That could be 12. That's also short. Oh, that one get out of there. 25 seconds, 2 home runs down. He's still got the bonus round. He's in great shape now. Number 13. And that one could get out of here. That could do it for the tie. And it's out of there. 14. One more swing. And it looks like a gone foul. Is that fair? That last swing went over the foul pole. And from the angle you saw it, hard to say it was fair. I guess it went foul. So tied on 14, but he still has bonus round. Just one more homer. This should be easy peasy lemon squeezy for Alec Bohm. Hey, Spencer, just out of curiosity, or I'm sorry, Spurger King. Out of curiosity, you ever been on my channel before? Or you just finding it now for the Home Run Derby? Be interesting to get an actual subscriber out of this unplanned event. Stick around, Spurger. Stay subscribed, if you don't mind. No matter what team you like, they're going to play us at some point. Know your enemy. That's always been my advice. All right, here's Bohm now, looking for just one more bomb. I assume as soon as he hits the 1, he doesn't have to keep going. This one looks like it could be it. And no. Just shy of the track. One more swing, and this could be it. Down to his last strike, left field, and gone. Or that bounce over. It did not. Okay, so we're tied. We are tied up. Tie it up. Oh, JJ Spurger? You talking about play-by-play with JJ? He and I are like this. We're like this. Two peas in the same pod. Hey, it's a nice little show you got there, huh? It's a nice little show. I like what you got here. This little thing you got here. Ain't gonna be little forever, you know. This channel's growing like bamboo. Hey, nice little show you got. Huh? Three balls each for the tiebreakers. Three balling. That's two more balls than Lance Armstrong had. All right. Teoscar is making his way to the plate. Sorry, folks. What, too soon? All right. It's a swing off. All right. It's enough talking about how many balls and breaking balls, and now it really does sound like something too hot for TV. We're having a swing off. All right. That should have its own category on certain websites. Oh, here's that old fogey. I thought everybody said this old dude pitching a Teoscar was doing a terrible job. Well, he's got him in the. He's got him within a shot of going to the finals here. Here's the swing off. Teoscar takes the first. First swing is going to go foul. It had the distance, but foul by about 10 feet to the left. Two swings left. It's my dick in a box. He takes another pitch. There's one hit. Straightaway left. It's got the height, and it's got the distance. Second deck for Teoscar. All right. Bobby Witt watching on from the tunnel. Teoscar takes one here. He goes after that. That looks good. Oh, yeah. Second deck again. Maybe a couple of rows higher than the last. That's going to be hard to beat, folks. 3 swings, 2 home runs. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. He's going the distance. He's going for speed. He's all alone in a time of need. And Teoscar goes to, get it? Yep, 2 to tie, 3 to win. And 3 would mean every swing is a homer. So, again, Teoscar in a very good spot here with 2 home runs in this swing off. Here's Bohm. It's got to be said, if his hair was a little blonder, looks like a right-handed hitting Kjerstad. This first one's not going to do it. Coming up short. 2 more swings. This one's got to go out. This one could go out. And it does. 1 more swing to tie. It's got to leave the yard. Here it is. He went after it and pops up. So Teoscar versus Bobby Witt Jr. for the Home Run Derby final. All right, folks, I'm signing off. Fine. I'll stick around, for crying out loud. I got a little bit of coffee here. Way to go. Way to go, BW. Why are you doing this? Why? Boy, I don't know why. Look, I'm not doing the All-Star game tomorrow, and that's that, all right? That's all. That's it. I just like the idea of doing something where I'm just chilling. So I thought I'd get on and watch a Home Run Derby. Too bad Gunnar couldn't get it done. The worst part about the Gunnar Henderson thing was that the camera didn't even switch to show you the outfield, but maybe like 2 or 3 times. You spent most of the time just sitting there watching him swing and not seeing any balls go anywhere. It stunk. Well, folks, tomorrow night, Gunnar Henderson will be up batting second in the bottom of the first to face Paul Skeens. Meanwhile, Corbin Burns will be throwing out the first pitch of the whole damn ball game. 3 Orioles on the field to start the game, as it should be. That is a fair representation of the talent level and record in the league that we have. Yeah, we're watching like the trailer to a bad movie right now. I'm 35 years, I'm divorced, and I live in a van down by the river. Young lady, what do you want to do with your life? Well, you'll have plenty of time to live in a van down by the river when you're living in a van down by the river. Now, I know what you may be asking yourself. How can I get back on the right track? Well, you're going to find as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack squat. It really is top 3 sketch comedy skit of all time, right? It really is. Chris Farley's performance as Matt Foley, educational speaker. You're all smoking doobies with your friends. Yeah, but that one really put him over the top. The commitment when he just smashes himself face first into the coffee table. Like, I know it's made of balsa wood or whatever. We all know how these things are made for stunts like that, but it was still a commitment. Absolute commitment. I guess Farley, I'll backtrack. I think his breakout sketch was the Chippendales with Patrick Swayze, because it was just like, wow, this dude, you know, we can all sit here, like, a lot of times on shows like this, there's always the token fat guy, and like, hey, he's going to play the fat guy role in this sketch or that sketch, and, you know, you got to have that guy. But, man, again, with the commitment and just the owning it of just stripping down next to Patrick Swayze and, like, did a total flash dance number. Absolutely crushed it. Man, I miss Chris Farley, man. That was some good times. And I grew up, and I was in my teens during the Farley years, but when I grew up, my icon was John Belushi. He was dead by the time I was 6, but by the time I was already watching Farley, I'd already consumed like everything Belushi had ever done. I was obsessed with Belushi. Still am. So I guess maybe in a way, in the moment, I didn't even realize like how good Farley was. But now looking back on it, yeah, Chris Farley, man. That was good stuff. Hey, reminiscing with BW here. All-Star home run competition. A derby, if you will. Tell you what, this ballpark, it is a behemoth of a ballpark. What is this nonsense? Is that Vince McMahon? Is that Michael Buffer for real? Why do they hire Michael Buffer? Is that Michael Buffer? Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be him. Look at all this nonsense. Oh, this is cringe. Come on. This is so cringe. This idiot got paid $1 million to do what he just did. I've always had an issue with Michael Buffer. You know, he's always been crazy, like super, what do you call it? Litigious? Is that it? You know, basically anytime somebody says, let's get ready to fill in the blank, he's out there filing lawsuits and cease and desists. And he's doing the Rumble. Oh, and it's so like hack. Ugh, get out of here, Michael Buffer. Go get your check. And you just know he's just a douche. That's the whole thing. You just know he's a douche. Nobody cares. I'm not going to like sit here going, oh man, I miss when Michael Buffer used to do that thing. I never cared to begin with. Yeah, the older he gets, it turns into let's get ready to mumble. It's like when Dick Clark, the final years of hosting Rockin' New Year's. Yeah, Dick, it's not really rockin'. We have to sit here and watch you in your post-stroke years. You know, and look, that's coming from a guy who is prone to getting a stroke pretty much any time between now and the next 5 to 10 years. So I'm not sitting here making fun of that. But, I mean, Dick, you got to know when to call it a day. You know, we're kind of trying to celebrate a new year here, you know, and kind of bringing down the mood because you insist on still doing your thing. Hang it up. Michael Buffer, hang it up. Oh, jeez. All right. It's the final. I hope my commentary was worth your while. Loud sound off the bat on the second swing by Teoscar, and that ball gets out. So it looks like you only get, 30 pitches here in 2 minutes? Something like that? Why, Brob? Because then you'll think the new narrative will be that Witt is a superior shortstop to Gunnar in the league, and you don't want that You don't want that to be the case. Tell you what, man, Bobby Witt Jr. is pretty damn good. He is pretty good. Celebrity deathmatch ref. Teoscar's got 3 homers with a minute to go. That's what I figured, Rob. Rob, don't worry about this. Rob, we need to have a therapy session, man. Come on. You're already saying he didn't want Gunnar to be there, and I told you, man, he's going to go out there and have fun. I showed you the Adley video. I got you to turn the corner. Now he goes out there, he hits 11 homers. Don't worry about it. Let them say whatever they want to say. Let everybody undervalue every Oriole we got. And then one day when Gunnar's in the Hall of Fame with an Orioles jersey on, then we'll sit back and we'll laugh at little things like this. Don't you worry one bit. Gunnar. That's what I'm talking about, all good. And to be honest with you, folks, it's really the main reason why I used to be a writer and never one that ever thought they'd put themselves out there as a talking head like on camera, because there's enough of them out there already. And most of them stink. And even though I sort of believe in myself and, the things that I have to say, I'm still swimming in a sea of a lot of mediocre to below average garbage. And I'm just adding my tiny little pebble of sand on this beach of content creators. Teoscar's starting to get into it here. He's had a couple of home runs. We're underway here. 10 pitches to go. That one he's up to half a dozen. That's number 7. 4 home runs on 5 swings. Oh, he is in a groove. Teoscar's going to win this thing. It would be like the 6th most talked about hitter in the Dodgers lineup to win this thing. I exaggerate a little bit, but he's, you got to talk about Mookie, you got to talk about Shohei, you got to talk about Freddie. All right, 11 home runs. Still with the 3-out bonus round to go. Yeah, Will Smith, considering, as a catcher, his offensive output. That's true, Joel. Joel, you're goddamn right about that. You know what, Joel? You're in it for the love of the game, not the money. That's why I like you. Hey, so let me tell you about this time about the extreme, all right? So we got like this F4 twister, and it just rolls in, right? And the extreme, you know what he does? Like, he jumps out of his 4x4, right? Rips off his clothes, and like he's got a bottle of whiskey. And he just saunters on up to the twister, right? And he just tosses that bottle right in there and says, "Hey, have a drink." It's a good story, right? Isn't that funny? He was naked. He was naked when he threw the bottle. Teoscar hits a home run on the first swing in the bonus round. And the bottle never hit the ground. Yes. How can I forget such an important detail of the story? Of the fucking worst written movie I've ever seen. David Mamet, you are not. Charlie Kaufman, you are not. Holy cow, that movie is trash. All right, 1 out. Teoscar's up to 12 homers. That's not a good one. 2 out. And then I mentioned I was naked, okay? That's a really vital element to the story. It just makes it more extreme. Extreme! Hey, nice catch out there on a ball near the wall by the smallest kid in the group. Give that fan a contract. 1 out left for Teoscar. And that one is crushed. This is going to make it a baker's dozen. That one was boom. Booyah, 13. You got one more left in the tank there. Could do. Could do. It's high enough. And it's gone. Second deck. 14, baby. And you got Vladdy Jr. over there signaling, I want 15. And this one's popped up. I don't think it's got it. And yeah, that's going to fall well short. Teoscar Hernandez, 14 dingers. Bobby Witt Jr., are you up to the task? That's Glasnow, right? Man, he has got to be like 6'6". That is a big dude. Did Glasnow make the game, or is he just hanging out? He has to be in the All-Star game, right? Who is this chick? Who's this rando? What is that? And a hottie celebrates. All right, okay. By the way, can somebody help me out? Because I've been living outside of America now for nearly a decade. Does every commercial have to have a celebrity in it, particularly one that was bigger than they are now and just like collecting a check? And does it always wind up putting them in some absurd situation that just the situation is the joke? Hey, there was a 5-second. That ad for Twisters was a 5-second ad. They don't want you to see anything. It was a girl reaching her hand out, a guy reaching his hand out, a little bit of like swirling dust as it transitions to the word Twisters. And that's what you saw. That was the ad. Oh, yeah, you got my $18 or whatever the hell you got to pay now. That is, God, how bad is that going to be? Holy cow. Game over, man. Game over. Why don't you just put her in charge? It's about them trying to capture. Oh, that's the new plot. That's the new plot. No, it's no longer about putting a device inside. Now we gotta put the tornado in a box. Instead of putting it's a MacGuffin. It's a MacGuffin. Dorothy was a MacGuffin that went in the tornado, and now we're gonna build a MacGuffin to fit the tornado in. God, could you have any less ideas? It is so bad. That movie is going to be a stinkeroo. And here's the thing about a movie about like that. Like, I can tell you right now. Yeah, we can sit here and we can talk about the movie Twister because at the time, it was a spectacle movie. And we weren't overwhelmed with them at the time, if you remember. Like, Independence Day sort of kicked off that sort of disaster, summer spectacle movie thing. And I think Twister was like the next year. But at the time, at least it was kind of a fun thing. A lot of people saw it, and, it was a lot of fun, stupid stuff. But a movie like this, nobody's going to remember it in 2 weeks. It's not going to be a part of any kind of cultural significance. And that's the problem with all these remakes and stuff. It's like elevator music. Nobody's going to care. All right, Bobby Witt Jr. swinging away here. Here we go. What's this, bread axe? The story goes on the original Twister movie set, somebody spiked the catered food with drugs. Paramedics had to come check out Bill Paxton because he was tripping balls. Why did you put LSD? Why'd you put LSD in my omelet? He's in it for the drugs, not the science. All right. Bobby Witt's got 3 homers. He's got to pick it up. And he's down to 1:10. He takes a timeout. 4 home runs. 4 home runs with 1:10 to go. 10 behind Teoscar. I probably don't have to imagine it, Brett Axe. I think between my senior year of high school and 1 year out of college, there was about a 6-year window where I saw just about every movie that way. Whether it was in the theater or at home rewatching a movie like that. On good old VHS. Hey, Elgood, I haven't just seen it. I've created it. Again, I used to be a projectionist, and back in 1999, it was like the 60th anniversary re-release of The Wizard of Oz. We had it in our theater. And being the projectionist and having some experience at the time, I was able to queue up a little Floyd and actually watch that opening 35 minutes or so of The Wizard of Oz in a theater with the Floyd soundtrack. And I was tripping balls. Man, those were the days. My goodness, I used to get away with a lot. I'd get caught sometimes, but it was always worth it for the times I didn't. Bobby Witt's up to 9. He's got 10 seconds left. Only 2 pitches, though. Well, this is the last one. He's got 10. Does he get his last one? 11. Boom. What a final 30 seconds from Bobby Witt Jr. to put him in a fair position to maybe at least tie this thing up. 3 behind with the 3-out bonus coming up. That last swing, his hat came flying off, although it was barely on his head to begin with. Look at the look on his face. Oh, I love it. You're seeing the face of a kid doing something that most men could never even dream of doing. And that's the great thing about baseball. There's a certain part about being a baseball player, and I firmly believe it, is that you got to still remain a kid in some way, even though you've grown into a big-ass man and you're out there larger than everyone else around you. You still got to be a kid. All right, first out. 2 outs left. Bobby Witt Needs 3 home runs. Oh, that one could go. It's a line. Oh, it's too much of a liner. Not high enough. And he's down to his last swing here without going out of the park. And he takes one. This is going to probably do it. There's no reason to spoil it, folks. I'm trying to give you a call. This one's hit pretty well, and it's going to get out of here. Second deck. Deep second deck and towards right center. Oh, and it's deep enough to give him the extra out. How about this for drama? Deep enough for the extra out. And this one might go. Down the left field and gone. 1 down with 2 outs. Suddenly, things are favoring Bobby Witt. You gotta love it. This is a line drive. It's not going to stay high enough. And it's also foul. This is it. Down 1 home run. If he swings, it's got to be a homer. It's to center. It's high. It's off the base of the wall. Holy cow. Bobby Witt Jr. here goes to center. Hits the base of the wall for what would have been a tying home run in the final. Teoscar Hernandez, your winner of the 2024 Home Run Derby. Hey, listen to me, kind of sounding like the professional broadcaster that I am. After spending the last couple of hours goofing off like a nitwit. Man, nearly 3 hours or so, isn't it? Oh, no. Wow. Folks, I think I need to sign off because things are getting weird around here. Things are getting a little weird around here right now, folks. I think it's time to sign off. I've had fun, and now I'm going to have the real vacation that I'm supposed to take. I appreciate the laughs from you guys. It was fun, wasn't it? Too bad Gunnar couldn't give us a little better show, but maybe tomorrow night with an even bigger audience, he will. I just won't be talking. I'll be watching. Folks, you guys going to be back Friday night when we take on the Rangers? We got to get back into it, you know. We got to pick up where we left off, which is Mullins' walk-off. All right, man. That's it from me. Thanks for hanging. Look at this. There's not even 20 people here. Why did I do this? Wow. All right. I get it. Stick to what's working, BW. Stick to what's working. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Have a good rest of your night. And again, come back Friday night, 8:05, 7:55 p.m. Come on back here. I've already got the thumbnail up for it. Hit a notification bell if you gotta. All right? And hit the old like button if you haven't. 51 likes. That's not bad. That's not shabby. All right, folks. Have a good night. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later.